Hey guys, this is InfiniteTripping. I'm here to help you out with your travel plans to Bali. If you're either planning for Bali, having already booked your flight tickets, or maybe just thinking about going to a place like Bali. Our trip to Bali is still fresh in memory, having come back from the beautiful island over a month back, and I'm really hoping this guide sounds fresh and is really pertinent to you. Please be patient and hear me out for the next few minutes. So this guide will tell you basically everything that we have seen, experienced and learned about Bali, starting from where to stay, how to make day-wise plans in Bali, how to travel across Bali, how expensive Bali is, etc, etc. And of course, if you manage to stay here till the end, you will get to hear very useful bonus tips, and you can also have the written transcript of this entire video in PDF format. So that's that guys, let's get started, shall we? So to start with, where to stay. For me there are three options and it depends on what you love about traveling. So number one is stay in Canggu. Why? Well, it's peaceful, it's less crowded, it's not so costly, and it's quite midpoint, from the top and the bottom of the map. It is equidistant from the north and south attractions. So that's the first option. Number two would be stay in Legian or Kuta. It is the happening place in Bali. It is right next to the crowded shopping streets of Kuta. It is right next to the amazing Kuta beach, and it is just 20 minutes from the international airport, which is the Ngurah airport. And also it's got its nightlife, got its party scene, and it's got resorts which are slightly on the expensive side. So those are the reasons to stay in Legian and Kuta, or probably the factors which will help you decide to stay in Legian or Kuta. The third option would be possibly stay in Ubud. It's also beautiful, right next to the much loved paddy fields of Bali. It is close to the mountains / waterfalls, which is in the north of Bali, but it's on the costly side. It's got some amazing accommodation, but it is on the costlier side. So that was option number three. The bonus option for me would be Nusa Dua, which is the southern tip of Bali. It is a bit expensive and it is far away from the north, so if you have a lot of days in your hand, then probably you can stay at the southern tip of Bali, which is Nusa Dua. So those are the places to stay in Bali. Where did we stay? Well, we stayed in Canggu. So now I'm going to go through the travel plans day wise, and this is possibly one way of planning it. Maybe you can improvise and plan it in a different way, but this is what I would suggest. Let's say you are staying in Canggu. Day one would be traveling to north. That is traveling to Ubud, enjoying the paddy fields. If you're fine with crazy monkeys, you can even venture to Monkey Forest. You have the Tekenungang waterfall, which is close to Ubud, which is famous for jumping into the falls. You can go there. Optional would be going further north to Nung waterfall. That's quite far away actually, and it is the highest in Bali, but that is also an option. Another optional option would be the famous volcanic mountain, the Mount Batur. It is again quite far away from Ubud, but you try it. If time permits, you can even try it, and be cautious. Always keep an eye about when the volcanic mountain becomes active, because it was active when we had gone to Bali and we couldn't visit that mountain. So that would be day one, and day two would be take a speed or a scoot boat to Nusa Penida and Nusa Lembongan, and spend the entire day in those two islands, which is pretty close by to Bali. There are islands around 20 minutes from Bali, I guess, and you can take a boat from Sanur Beach if you're staying south, or from Padang Bay if you're staying near Canggu, the Ubud region. So you can book these boats or these ferries, whatever you call it, in advance. They are available in Kuta. Probably you can go over there and book it in advance, and they will plan the entire thing. They can even pick you up from your hotel, take you to the bay, and you can take your boat from there. You can go to this island, then come back, and they will even drop you back with a shuttle to your hotel. So that is the plan for day two. It's a good those are beautiful islands actually, and you wouldn't want to put any other plans for that day. So that is day two, guys, and let's move to day three. Well, day three can be traveling to the tip of Bali, which is Nusa Dua. There's some nice beaches over there, like the Pandawa beach, the Samu beach, and from there probably you can travel to Uluwatu for the temple visit and catch the best possible view in Bali from the top of a cliff. It's quite breathtaking, guys. Please get your cameras ready for that. And beware of monkeys. There's going to be a lot of monkeys in Uluwatu, so if you're not really the monkey kind of guy, then we want to skip the Uluwatu plan. So that is that. And you can also visit the coffee plantation, the Luwak coffee plantation. It's around a 15 or 20 minutes tour around the coffee plantation, and it's quite fascinating. We would probably want to visit that. And for late lunch, you can go to Jimbaran because it is the place for seafood lovers. It is famous for seafood. It is really nice, peaceful, and the seafood is absolutely outstanding. For sunset, you can go to the Kuta beach. If you're not staying in Kuta, then this is a good option. You can go to Kuta beach, and that would possibly be the end of day 3 for you guys. And if you still have a day 4 available to you, then shopping at Kuta Legion is another option. Food and drinks and amazing restaurants in Kuta, that would be an option. You can have a great spa in Kuta if you don't have a good spa in your hotel. And you can also get tattoos done if you're that kind of a person who loves tattoos. So you can get that done in Kuta. So that is a 4-day plan. If we have few more days, obviously we're going to improvise and go to other places. But that is basically it. That is basically Bali, and that's how you can plan your 4-day trip to Bali. Now, how to travel across Bali? Well, the option 1 would be book a cab, ask a hotel resort for best options. You can do an entire day tour depending on distances traveled, and I think it's going to cost you around 600,000 IDR, which is the Indonesia rupiah. So that is option 1. Option 2 would be rent a bike or a scooty, whatever you call it, and that would cost you around 60,000 IDR or even less for a day. So that is a very, very cheap option, and it is also very easy to get those bikes in your hotel probably, or even close by places next to your hotel. But make sure you have your GPS activated, that is your international roaming activated, before you come to Bali, and that was going to be very, very handy to you. The option 3 is going to be using your hotel or resort cab, which is also a great option, which might be a slightly costlier option, probably 700 or 800,000 IDR, but you can always bargain, and it's going to be a safe option for you because you will know the guy and you will know the cab, and it's going to be reliable for you. So those are the options. And now the next question is, how expensive is Bali? Well, I'm going to go through some of the important expenses, like from your airport to Kuta is going to be around 150,000 IDR. From your airport to Canggu, something around 250,000 IDR. From airport to Ubud is going to be something around 500,000 IDR. So if they are telling you rates more than this, you have to bargain basically. The standard lunch meal expenses for 2 is going to be 200,000 IDR. A costly lunch or meal expenses probably in Jimbaran is going to be around 600,000 IDR. A cost of bags or similar items are going to be around 100,000 IDR. Cost of clothes, similar items, going to be around 125,000 IDR. And cost of showpieces or souvenirs are going to be around 75,000 IDR. So that is how expensive Bali is. So that is that, guys, and here we are with the bonus tips from InfiniteTripping. Point 1, bargain. You have to bargain for every freaking thing. Thumb rule, half of everything they claim to say. Okay, so that is point number 1. Point number 2, bonus tip, is carry sunscreen, which is quite obvious. Bali, it's going to be very sunny. You have to carry your sunscreen. Point number 3, traffic is going to be very, very crazy at most parts of Bali. Bike is always a good idea. Wake up early, plan early, and avoid the traffic as much as possible. Do try local food, guys. Fried rice, which is nasi goreng, and fried noodles, which is mee goreng, are absolutely amazing. You have to try that. Number 5, don't forget to get your passport stamped before you leave the Ngurai airport for the city. This is not a visa, it's just an entry date proof for Indonesia. You're allowed to stay for 30 days with this, and apart from that, you don't have to have any other stamping done. It's free of cost. Number 6 is going to be, don't forget to activate international roaming before traveling to Bali. That is obviously very, very important if you're using those motorbikes. And tip number 7 is very, very important. You have to subscribe to InfiniteTripping on YouTube. Yes, guys. So that is that from InfiniteTripping. I hope that was useful. For the entire travel guide, you can just email me. I have all the contacts below this video, and if you can email me, I can send you the PDF. And I'm also on Instagram, and I'm going to be obviously on YouTube with more videos. Please subscribe to the channel, and also follow us on Instagram for more photos.